I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, we got to get guys to start playing. And I take the seniors out of it because they're getting us everything they have. But, a perfect example, we've been fighting Donnell Minton for 2 months to get him to finally play. And he plays tonight, but then you look at the stats, we have other guys that don't even show up. And so until everybody shows up and plays, it's going to be a struggle because, we don't have Mike James. We don't have Buck. We don't have Devon Lamb. We don't have an all-conference player that can just bail you out. And so for us, we've got to have at least 5 guys that show up to play because we need team basketball to win. And it's been a struggle. I mean, we fight guys that aren't playing well. We finally get them playing well, and the guys that have been playing well don't show up. And until then, it's not going to get any better. And the first thing you got to do, you can't get down by double-digit points. And especially in college basketball, it's very hard to come back. But then, we'll play good basketball for 3 or 4 minutes, and we always have a bad turnover when we can't get over the hump. And it's been the same way the last 3 games. So until we get guys, showing up all together, if not, I mean, it's not going to get turned around. Yeah, but it's also par for the course dealing with 8 new guys, because when we talked about this the last time, when they understand when they're in junior college and high school, they can play bad. They can take possessions off. They can turn the ball over a couple times in a row because the other team's probably not going to capitalize on it. Plus, their coach is going to keep them in the game because they're probably the best player. But in college, they capitalize on it. I mean, every turnover we have, it leads to a point. And, again, we give up 24 points off our turnovers tonight. And so you have to be careful with new guys because they don't know any better. And so now they're doing this stuff next year, we have a real problem because it takes guys a year to figure things out at this level. But you just can't have 8 of them. I mean, that's ridiculous. But we got to straighten that out from a recruiting standpoint. We got to, and I knew coming in it was going to take, the second year with 8 new guys. I mean, but you just can't do that. The most you want to probably get is maybe 4. I mean, it's hard enough dealing with 2 new guys or 4 new guys, but we're dealing with 8. So you're talking about 3-4-star teams, totally new to everything. Not just how hard you have to play, what you have to do, but that winning's important. I mean, winning's not important to these guys right now because they don't know. It takes them a year to figure out that, hey, you kind of got to win in college basketball. It's important to our seniors. I mean, I feel sorry for them, but they're stuck in a dilemma too because there's only 3 of them, and then the rest of the teams all pretty much new guys. So I have to be careful, and I realize what we're in, and I got to just keep coaching them, and you got to keep after them, and hopefully eventually, if it takes the last game that it clicks, it clicks. But we're trying to put a team together for the long haul. Last year's team was a one-and-done deal. This now we're starting from scratch, and this is part of just building a team that, hopefully they can look back on this when they're juniors and seniors and kind of laugh, be like, we took our beatings, but look at us now, we're beating up on other people, and it's just part of building a program, especially really building a program. I don't know how many teams have had to bring 8 new guys in, and but it is frustrating. But you figure, if these guys were so complete players and had it mentally, they're not going to be at Lamar. I mean, let's just be honest. They're going to be playing in the Big 12. I mean, there's something missing with each of these guys from a standpoint why, how come they're playing at a small school. But the great thing is about them, you have them for 4 years, and you can make them a complete player by the time it's done. And so that's why you have to be careful as a coach that, there's something that these guys are lacking. It could be ball handling. It could be not being able to shoot. I mean, there's something there that's a deficiency. But it's up to us as coaches to do it. But it's just wild having 8 guys. I'd prefer to have 2 or 3 guys. But it is what it is. So we just have to there's no other way. You just got to keep coaching. You just got to keep working. You got to keep drilling and practice. And I see improvements. But the problem is this up and down. I wish there was consistency. Like Donnell Minton looked like big-time player tonight. But he hasn't for 2 months. I mean, I can go down, Amos Wilson. He's had his moments, but where's he been? You know, I could go down and I could show you tape on each guy. We'd be like, man, that kid's got a really good chance. And so there is hope, but boy, I mean, it's got to be put together consistently. You know, you got to have, you know, you got to put more in one game back to back.
Conference?
No, I don't. Our record's the worst, and at times we play like it, but then at times we play like, you know, we belong. But I don't get caught up in that. So we're just trying to get better. And the wins come if we get guys starting to listen, guys starting to show up. But that stuff's irrelevant. I mean, that's just all BS. And again, I've been fired, so I don't get caught up in all that crap. I don't read blogs. I don't care what people say or do. I don't care what you guys write. I never read one thing. I've never watched the news since I've been here. You can put it all on me. Don't put it on the kids. I mean, you can say I've done a terrible job this year. I'm fine with it, you know, because of the record, and that's what most people go with. So yeah, I'm a bad coach this year because we're sitting here 2-15, but I got no problem with that.
For you?
Oh, it's an emotional roller coaster when things are going good, but you go from the penthouse to outhouse real quick in sports, and it's just part of it. I mean, where you get tested is times like now. That's where I think coaches should be judged. You know, how do they act when things are going? I mean, are they accountable? Are they whining, complaining about this and that, or are they just coaching? You know, everything's great when you're winning, but unless you're at Duke or a place like that, you're going to have down years. You're going to have years where you're trying to rebuild your team, and so you better enjoy the bad times as much as the good times. But that's why you got to watch yourself, because it is frustrating. I mean, God, you think, boy, are we ever going to win? What am I doing? But you got to watch yourself. And, you know, and I've had a great teacher in that, but I got other coaches I talk to. I'm even just talking to Coach Wilson before the game because he's going through the same stuff. And so you just got to be careful, especially these times. But I've always said you got to enjoy the bad ones with this coaching. And I'm getting paid to figure out something, to figure this out, to get this turned around. So you better enjoy it or get out of the business.